During the 16 Days of Action 2022 campaign,
GOSA Girls on Fire and Tech Shack Tactical TV interview ordinary but outstanding women.
Hashtag I am every woman.
In our interviews, we honor outstanding businesswomen who have made a difference in their specific sphere of society to ladies who have overcome horrific gender-based violence incidences.
We believe in action, not activism.
Why are women continually cast as helpless victims?
Bystanders to their own fate, presuming that victimhood is a fait accompli. We are not simply deer in the headlights of gender-based violence.
We can and will stand up for ourselves.
We are not second-class citizens who need special days and men standing up for us.
We say no more.
Activism does not change the minds of predators.
Predators will always be predators, waiting in the dark to claim their victims. Standing on street corners with placards saying that we are against gender-based violence has and never alone make a difference. Take action now, not to be a victim, and be a strong woman. Do not put your trust in anybody else except yourself. Take the example from the strong women in these interviews and be a warrior. Hashtag victim no longer.
Lynette Oxley here for Tech Shack Tactical TV and GOSA Girls on Fire. I'm here with Zimkitha Zathu. She's an amazing businesswoman, very, very impressive CV. Hi, how are you doing, Zimkitha?
I'm well, Lynette. How are you doing?
Also fine, thanks. Tell me a little bit about who you are, where you come from, and what you're currently busy with. It's a lot.
I am a mother. I also recently got married, so I mustn't forget that part.
Absolutely.
I'm a wife. I'm a wife as well. I come from the Eastern Cape. I am a firstborn, so that always, carries a lot of responsibilities with it.
And spoiled? Are you spoiled?
No. I kind of have the responsibility of taking care of everybody. Because I'm the oldest and I've got two brothers. I don't know if it's the fact that they are male or what the issue is, but they are like 5 years old. They refuse to grow up. So
I understand. Most men do that, unfortunately.
Yes. So my mom told me that it's not about age. Sometimes I mustn't look at their age. It's more maturity levels, and boys take time to mature, apparently.
How old are they now?
So the other one is 32 and the other one is 25.
Do you think they're going to mature ever?
I'm really praying every day. The 30-something-year-old is getting there. It's the 25-year-old that I'm not sure about. But also it's a different generation, and they just have a different way of doing things. So I guess it's for me to also understand where they're coming from most of the time. So I come from the Eastern Cape, and I'm the only girl. And very supportive parents, very supportive family. My family's always valued education, so I really had no choice. I had to, after school I had to study and make sure that I get myself a job and be as independent as possible, because my parents, they said that they gave us everything, but they also made life a little bit uncomfortable so that we would want to go. And that for me was a big motivator. I just wanted to have my own stuff. I always wanted to live my life and just be independent. Independence has always been a big thing for me. And after school, then I studied and I became a chartered accountant. I qualified in 2007, so it's been quite a while, 15 years. And,
but you're not a typical chartered accountant, by the way. You're not. You're just not.
Please don't ask me about debits and credits, because I'm not a typical accountant. I enjoy many things, and accounting is not one of them. But I do like numbers. I've always liked numbers. But I think I pursued entrepreneurship because as much as I enjoy rules, I actually wanted to color outside of the lines for most of my life. So I thought entrepreneurship allows me to do that. It allows me to choose what I work on, to choose who I work with, and just, have more freedom around what I want to do with my day and with my year and the rest of it. So I now run my it's a rail infrastructure business. And what we do is we do a lot of the maintenance on the rail track. So we will replace the track, we will grind it, we will do overhead maintenance, primarily for Transnet. And I also am on various boards. I'm on the board of Grindrod, which is a logistics group. I'm on the board of Sun International, which is gaming and hospitality. I'm on the board of SAFCOL, which is a forestry business that's state-owned. I was now recently appointed on the board of First Rand Foundation, which is in the NPO space. So that is me.
Do you ever sleep? Because that's a mouthful. And Grindrod and the forestry things and railways, it's not a typical woman endeavor, if I want to put it that way.
No, it's not. And I mean, I've had meetings where I'd go to a meeting, especially on the rail side, and like if I go alone, and then I would sit down, and then you'd see the guys are like wondering what's going on, and then eventually they'll be like, "Is someone else coming?" Like,
and
no,
you can say to them, and you're not there to make tea for the guys.
No. Because, and I mean, but it's like this globally, Lynette. I went to
absolutely
a rail conference in Germany in September, and I played a game with myself on a daily basis because I was there for 5 days. It was a spot the woman game, and every day I would tick, and I played the same game 2 years. No, wait, when was it the last time we had it was probably 2019 when we last had it. I did the same thing, and look, it's improved now, but everybody who was in that conference looked exactly the same, and they did not look anything like me.
Like you, absolutely. Yeah, I'm also in a very male-orientated business, and shooting, when I started shooting, there was very few women. At least that is starting to also change. I was actually saying about the tea, I could remember actually flying from Maun into the Delta. There was 2 British guys with in one of the other planes, and there was a female pilot. And I said to her, like, as she was actually getting into the cockpit, and I said to her, "Are you flying the plane?" And she says, "Yes, I've just finished doing the dishes, but I'm flying the plane." So yes, I think there's still those people are still looking at us funny, but they do quickly realize that it's not so easy to get away with stuff because you know your stuff.
No, it's a very good surprise when you shock them and say, "Yeah, it's me doing this."
Absolutely. You participated in our GOSA Girls on Fire Top Shot event in March this year. Was it an empowering experience, and did you enjoy it?
I loved it. I look, I don't know if I'm the best shooter. Look, there were ones where I was really good. And
what did you enjoy?
The big one, what is it called? The first
50 cal, the Trevella 50
and the
cal.
one next to it, the precision shooting. I actually, after the precision shooting one, I was convinced that in my next lifetime, I'm going to be a precision shooter because I loved it.
You can do it still in this lifetime.
Really? The part about lying on your stomach and shooting, I loved it. I enjoyed it. And also meeting the ladies and all of us. And I think because it was mixed, so there were in a group, you'd find people that were really good shooters, and then you'd find the rest of us normal shooters. And it was just nice how everybody was helping each other out, and there was lots of giggling the whole time. You know how ladies are. We were just laughing and laughing and laughing and having the time of our lives, and the chats in between. I enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed it.
We hope we see you next year as well.
Sorry.
No, sorry, you finish up about the empowering.
Yes. Oh, so your second question was whether I found it empowering or not. Of course. When you think of something and you think you can't do it, and then you all of a sudden surrounded by people who are cheering you on, and you realize that you can actually do it. And I guess that was the empowering part for me, that you look at something and you see it as being impossible, but with the right support and in the right environment, all of us can do anything, really.
Absolutely.
And that I enjoy it. Yeah.
What I was saying is, hopefully next year we'll see you again. I think it's going to be August next year. We'll do it in Women's Month. So hopefully we'll see you again.
Yes, I'm there. Please. I hope my shooting earned me an invite.
We'll definitely do. If you've got a message for the women out there during the 16 days of action, as I said, I don't say activism, I say action, because you have to do stuff. You can't just sit and let other people do stuff. What will your message be out there for other ladies?
It's just such a, to live in this country when we're going through like this is actually such a scary thing. And I think maybe the thing I can say is get help. Sooner rather than later, and because a lot of what we hear is that there's always signs, there's always these hints, and people only later realize that that's what it meant. So I think the first thing is just get help. There's no shame in trying to get help. So get help and fight for your rights, fight for the right to live, and to be able to contribute to this country. And it's just, for me, it's a heartbreaking thing that I think the stats that I saw yesterday was that every 4 hours a woman is killed in South Africa. And to be a woman and to be a mother to girls, it becomes so disheartening. But I think we're not victims. We can rescue ourselves out of the situation. We must fight. We must support other women and get help where we need to. And organizations like yours are prime examples of the kind of support that one does have if they put their hand up and shout that they need help, that they can access.
One of the reasons why I interviewed you is you're a prime example of a lady that's doing stuff for herself, and I want to look for other ladies to look up at people like you, ladies like you, that you've painted outside of the norm, and you've done something for yourself, and by being strong, I think you can be an encouragement for other ladies as well.
Thanks. Thanks, Lynette. And I'm a mother, so I try by all means to set the right example for my daughters, to empower them, to let them believe on a daily basis that they can actually do anything that they set their minds to. And the fact that they are girls, and I've got 2, is not a limitation in any way. It's actually a good thing, and I try and live my life as an example for them to be able to see that they can be and do whatever they imagine for themselves.
So that's the message I would like to give to the other girls, that you can put your mind to whatever you can put your mind to it, you can do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you very much.
You can do it better than the men, actually.
Absolutely.
I'm convinced of this.
Ladies I always say when I do training is ladies actually listen, and they just, when you teach them something new, and they're usually quite a lot more accurate, especially in terms of precision rifle and stuff like that. They can concentrate on stuff. In any case, thank you very much, Zimkitha. Have a fantastic day, and thank you for participating in the GOSA Girls on Fire campaign.
Thank you so much for considering me for this chat, and I hope I've added some value to somebody out there who's going to be looking at this. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Cheers then. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye, Lynette.
Bye-bye.
I'm a girl on fire. I'm not a victim. daughter, a sister, a friend. I'm every woman. I have taken up arms and I choose to defend all that I hold dear. Independent and strong, you will not keep me down. You can't break me. I'm a girl on fire. I'm not a victim. A girl on fire. I'll stand my ground. Girl on fire. I've made a choice. I stand proud. I'm a girl on fire. Countless hours on the range, I am responsibly armed. I am your equal. I've empowered myself. I have practiced and trained. Fear won't control me. With my sisters in arms, we will make ourselves heard. We'll stand together. I'm a girl on fire. I'm not a victim. A girl on fire. I'll stand my